Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. Now, we know Team of the Year is not over yet. We're still doing the unlimited repeatable 82 times 20 grind to try to pack all of the Team of the Years that we can before they go out of packs. But we need to turn some of our attention at least towards what is coming next on this game, because there's some big leaks for what's coming next. Firstly, we have a new season that is coming today with potentially Road to the Final cards inside of it. We've got the new card designs here in the game already and some leaks. We'll talk about that, but that's not even the biggest thing, guys. The next promo that is coming tomorrow on Friday is Future Stars, and that is one of the fan favorite promos every single year just because of how fun and different it is. And this year it looks like the evolutions for Future Stars are going to go crazier than ever. Imagine taking a young wonder kid and then playing with them and evolving them to an icon. That sounds out of this world crazy, but it's one of the leaks that we have, and we need to discuss that. Plus, today's a rewards day. Division Rivals Rewards is going to bring some supply. Are Team of the Year cards finally going to go up? Are people going to start buying cards on the market and say they're done with the 82 times 20 grind? We're going to have to look at that and see how these prices move. Maybe they drop a little bit and then go up. We're going to actually trade a little bit today too, just to see if we can start making some of these coins back that we lost during the Team of the Year grind. So if you guys are excited for the video, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. Now, like always, we start the videos with the content that dropped yesterday on this game. But guys, there was so little content that dropped. It's going to take like 2 minutes to get through it. We had one objective and a new team of the week. That is all the content that we had yesterday on Wednesday. The first objective is just preparation for more of what is to come today with the new season coming out. It was the Champs Cosmetic Excellence there with the 2 Evos that we can get for cosmetics there. That was basically it in objectives. And then, of course, we had the brand new Team of the Week. Team of the Week, what number is this? 20, Team of the Week 20. That's crazy. Basically, these are more Team of the Week cards that we get to pack while doing the 82 times 20 unlimited grind. And guys, a little bit of a word of encouragement too. If you're still grinding the 82 times 20, I mean, first of all, keep at it. This is still the best pack grind I think that we've ever had during a Team of the Year. Never have we had a pack with 20 players in it that are 82 plus with the pack weight of the Team of the Years that we have. Guys, you are tweeting me every single day, every single hour. I'm getting tweets about new Team of the Year pack pulls from you guys that watch the videos, follow on Twitter, that are in the streams. I love it. It's amazing. I packed my biggest Team of the Year yesterday. It's on the second channel if you want to see it. It was a big one that I said even before Team of the Year that I wanted the most. So that was sick. I'm not done ripping those pulls today. I'm making coins off of this. Like we mentioned in yesterday's video, I opened a big store pack yesterday too, so my coins went down, and I bought a player as well, and a couple players to try to trade for today. But I'm still making 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 coins, and sometimes more when I pack an inform or pack a walkout from these tradable packs from the individual segments. And I'm making coins off of this while opening these, stocking my club. Even if you don't think you're going to pack a Team of the Year, keep doing this, because you can do SBCs like KDB or stock your club for that upcoming Player of the Month Mbappe, who's probably dropping tomorrow. You can stock your club with fodder. It's a no-brainer just to keep doing this grind, even if it feels like it's getting you nowhere. Just don't expect a Team of the Year. Keep ripping them, because you're doing your club a favor by getting that fodder and stocking it up. So that's kind of the current stage of the game, and I think that's why EA didn't drop any content yesterday, because they were like, yeah, the 82 times 20 is the content. Now, there should be a little bit more today on Thursday, but let's get into that actually to start, because we have a new season coming today. Of course, it's going to be out by the time some of you guys are watching this video, so I don't want to talk about it for super long, but it feels like this Season 4 Strength in Numbers lasted for forever. I was saving the player picks and packs in here. It felt like for 2 weeks, I was at level 35 before the season ended. I think that was on purpose so that a lot of people who got back on the game during Team of the Year had ample time and ample SP to get as far as they could in the season. I think that was a strategic move from EA, but all this goes away today, and we have a new season, a new level grind with new packs and new players, and of course, new rewards. That's the one thing I want to touch on right now. Of course, it's a Division Rivals Rewards Day today. Every single season, EA is trying to update the rewards in some way, shape, or form. And since they added in this last season the brand new Season 2 and 3 review packs, we have new ones that have been added to the code that we're looking forward to seeing in rewards today being updated there. And they include Team of the Years, guys. Team of the Years, Numeral Foot, Winter Wildcards, Globetrotter, Ultimate Succession, and Thunderstruck. There's a premium and there's an elite Season 3 and 4 pack. There's also like a regular one too. It's one player. This one is one player 87 or higher, and this one is 2 players 87 higher as well. So watch out for those in rewards today. It's going to be interesting that technically every time you play Rivals, and maybe even Foot Champs, I think those are in there too. And Squad Battles, actually. They're all in there, right? You would have a chance at a Team of the Year again, at least for this next season. That sounds pretty cool. Now, with the season today, obviously we worry about the most and we're curious the most, who are going to be the players that are in this season? Well, it has just been leaked, and now you see the card designs in the game, that we are probably getting Road to the Final cards in this season, which is really interesting because we're not even close to the round of 16 for the Champions League. Guys, the Champions League's round of 16 doesn't start until March 4th, I believe, but we have these cards that are going to be live based on those games dropping as early as today. Anyways, that's a whole interesting combination to talk about, but this is the official stats for a Soboslai Liverpool Road to the Final card. He's got technical and he's got incisive pass plus with some pretty good stats. Love that, honestly. That feels like it's going to be one of the cards later on down the line in the season pass. That looks like a pretty decent card. Again, I saw these cards being put into the code yesterday and it was like, what? That doesn't even make sense. It's not even going to be one of the next promos in this game. These cards have to be in the season, and it looks like, according to this latest leak from Foot Scoreboard, that is what is going to happen. The upgrades are eligible from March 4th, so it's like EA, the date today is January 30th, and these cards are live March 4th. Okay, whatever, but the stats, they look pretty decent. This is official stats for Danny Olmo. He's got Quick Step and Tiki Taka. Now, I'd have to imagine that he as well would be a card that would be attainable later on in the season pass. There's a whole chunk of names here of players that are going to be involved, and this is the upgrade path, which I will say, as he says here at the end, player items will end if they win the final at 96 rated, which is nice. That's one of the things every single year with Road to the Finals, since it goes for so long, starts in March and basically ends in, what, June is when the Champions League final is. You don't get a card at the end of June that's still usable. Usually they're behind the curve. That's probably not going to happen this year with 5-star skill move, 5-star weak foot. You get a 3 playstyle plus player. It says here for the qualified to the quarterfinal, you're going to get +1 playstyle plus if you have 2, or +2 if the player only has 1. So a guaranteed 3 playstyle plus player there. I mean, by that time, we might have 4 playstyle pluses for team of the season. I don't know. But still, that's a lot more usable of a card as a 96 rated than what we have had in the past. So I guess we'll be interested to see what the rest of the cards look like today in the season rewards, and of course the packs as well. Again, I don't want to belabor that point too long because as of now, the season for some of you guys will already be out. Now, let's talk about really the bigger news in terms of leaks and what is upcoming on this game, because of course, Team of the Year is still the focus. 100%, we're ripping the 82 times 20s, but even EA is starting to get into the festive Future Stars spirit, which is obviously our next promo on this game. We've seen a few leaks, official stats cards, you know, that would make us think that that's the next promo, but when EA's rebranded their X Twitter account, you know that it's coming next. Future Stars, that's the card design. This is their graphic for this year in this promo. Future Stars, if you've never been on this game before when it comes out, this is most often the promo that drops right after Team of the Year, and it's also one of the most fun promos of the year because it brings youngsters to their full potential. Think players like Lamine Yamal, Endrick, Ahmad from Manchester United. Their gold cards start as low rated. A lot of these cards even have silver base cards that get released in packs, which makes it actually really interesting for pack weight. And some of the boosts that you get on these cards, you're getting +20s and 30s and 40s in terms of stat boost. But it's the time where EA gets to have some fun with these players and say, what if this player lives up to their full potential? This is the type of player they could be statistically in the game. That's why it is so fun. Now, we have a couple of leaks, and similarly to last year, it looks like we're not only getting youngsters as future stars, we're getting future star icons as well, which is kind of like, it's like a flashback because a lot of times they do use younger images of the players. Last year we had, I think, a Beckham future star. We had a Ronaldinho future star, and a lot of dynamic images are from them in their earlier years when they were a youngster on their way to becoming an icon. This is the official card for Xabi Alonso. You know, stats don't look that great. It looks okay. This should probably be one of the cheaper ones. Nice to see 2 playstyle pluses. But that's got me still thinking that Team of the Years are going to remain some of the most elite cards in this game with 3 playstyle pluses on them. There may not be many, if any at all, that have 3 playstyle pluses inside of Future Stars. If there was going to be one, it might be a card like this, Lamine Yamal. This is not the official version, of course, but Lamine Yamal is going to be coming in the Future Stars promo, according to the leaks. We all knew this was going to happen, right? First year he gets added into the game. he's got to be in Future Stars, even though, you know, he's such an accomplished player already, still young in his career. EA would not mess up the opportunity to get him into this promo. Really curious to see how big of a boost he gets there. Now, the other biggest player leak we have is Johan Cruyff right now at the moment. I would expect a lot more players to be leaked today. It's a Thursday, right? That's when most of these players that are going to be coming into packs get leaked. I would expect as well to see a good number of leaks because there's a team 1 usually for Future Stars and a team 2 with icons included. There should be a decent number of players in packs, so that's one thing to watch out for, more leaks. But guys, we don't even care. We do, but we don't care as much about these cards because they're going to be tough to pack, right? They're going to be difficult to pack. It's the Evos. It's the leaks about evolutions that really have us going crazy. Now, Future Stars always brings some pretty good evolutions. The Future Stars Academy from years past, even just some of the regular Evos from last year. But this first one is a bombshell. 2 Evos at the same time. Guys, this is something we didn't get last year in FC24 until like footies, like the end of the game. We were doing 1 Evo at a time all year last year until then. And then it was dropped at 2, and we were like, oh, this is sick. We're getting it early this year, which is also sick, especially right now if you're still working like me on your Team of the Year Evo star. This is going to be really helpful to work on finishing up this evolution, as well as the new Evos that come out during Future Stars or any of the last remaining Evos that you still have to complete. That is dope. We absolutely love this. GG's from EA. It's about time. You know, if I rate this on the level with wanting exchanges, I think it's kind of close. Doing 2 Evos at once, exchanges, I hope exchanges come soon, but I mean, this is one of the next biggest things that a lot of us were wanting in this game, and I thought this one was more out of reach than exchanges were, to be honest. So this is a huge W. We absolutely love that. But yet again, guys, it's not the biggest thing. Remember, I already mentioned it, but remember in previous years when we've had the Future Stars Academy, you might remember a card like this Broby from last year where EA gave us a pack that we opened and we got to choose all these cards or choose from a set list of players that they gave us all. And then we put them into an evolution that gave them 2 playstyle pluses, and it gave them pretty big stat boost. It was a really fun evolution set yet last year. We've always had a Future Stars Academy. It's looked different every single year, but the way EA did it last year was interesting. They gave big boosts, but they limited the cards that we could put in. We didn't get to choose our own card, which was probably the biggest disappointment and probably the biggest problem that people had with the Future Stars Academy last year. But nonetheless, a lot of those cards were pretty good. You could even put some of like the midfielder and the defender ones into the attacker and midfielder Evos, which changed up their playstyle pluses and made them some pretty good cards. But this year, the Future Stars Academy, we're going to a whole new level. Guys, this leak is kind of mind-blowing if you think about it. Read this with me. Future Stars Icon Evo. You will be able to evolve a Future Stars Academy player into a Future Stars Wonder Kid icon. What? Taking a gold, maybe a silver, maybe a bronze player, and then evoing them to an icon? I don't know what to think about this. First of all, that's just mind-blowing because we've never been able to take a regular card, a bronze, silver, gold, inform, whatever, and then change it into an icon. That's wild, right? That's just mind-blowing in itself because you're creating an icon. I understand what the point of this is. You're kind of saying like, okay, this is the player right now, and this is what he could be if he has the optimal career and he absolutely cooks, and, you know, this could be the type of card that you have in the end. I like the sound of that. That sounds really cool. And I think that this is going to be something that's absolutely sick. This has market crash potential. If you can create your own icon, links into your team. I think the Endrick example here is maybe a bit too much. Like, let's be honest. Lamine Yamal is going to be in packs. Endrick's probably going to be in packs too. EA's going to want to make some bread off of that and sell those store packs with these players. I doubt you get a guy like Endrick in this. Now, once again, remember the verbiage on this. You'll be able to evolve a Future Stars Academy player, which last year, once again, they gave us the only options we could use for the Future Stars Academy. I could see it being like that this year. If they pick some decent players, cool. We could be all for that. The only drawback I see for this is it kind of maybe makes icons a little bit less hype or a little bit less unique. When you think of an icon, that's why icon picks, icon packs, everything related to icons just feels so unique because it represents a player that is of utmost legacy in this game. The best professionals that have played the sport, you know, okay, of course, arguments for and against them being icons, but you know, when you think of icons, you think of the most elite players that have played all time. You can create your own icon now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you catch that drift at all? Like, does that make icons feel a little bit less unique if we can create our own? I don't think that's what's going to happen through this. And maybe we're even understanding this wrong. And there's some other twist on this where it's called an icon, but it's not actually an icon card with icon links. We haven't seen an official card design added to the code yet, as far as I've seen, for like a Future Stars card or a Future Stars Academy player or even a Future Stars icon. But of course, you've already got that's the actual Future Stars card. Never mind. We have seen that one. But like the Future Stars Wonder Kid icon design, at least, I would really be curious to see what that is. Do they get the icon links? Let me know in the comments what you think about that. I think it's a sick idea. It sounds cool and it's mind-blowing. Something we've never been able to do before. Just a whole other level of customization with potential. But at the same time, it kind of makes me like, ooh, what about icons, like regular icons that have deserved to be icons? You know, that's the only thing I think about with this. So I'm really curious to see how that plays out. Let me know your comments down below on that one. And then this is the last thing. If you guys played FIFA 19, this is the OG Future Stars promo. I'll never forget when EA dropped this. I packed that 92 Vinicius Jr. and I didn't know how to say his name, so I called him Vinicus. It's probably one of my worst clips ever. But these are types of players that I would love to see as flashbacks. And I think EA even did this in the previous 2 or 3 years of Future Stars. Like Kai Havertz, drop a flashback to Future Stars when he was involved in FIFA 19. And since he hasn't had a promo card in a minute, he had the road to the knockouts, but that was a while ago, right? Or, you know, maybe Bentancur, maybe a Trent. We just had a Guendouzi, so probably not him. Oh, Hakimi. A flashback Hakimi, you know? Flashback to Hakimi's inclusion in FIFA 19 Future Stars. And it's kind of funny to look at Future Stars and say, like, yo, where did this guy pan out? Aouar? Artur? You know? Trent? Okay. Vinny? Yup. Foden? Yup. They panned out pretty well. Eder Militao Mendy? Yeah, pretty good. But then others, it's just kind of funny to see this. And especially with like FIFA 20, FIFA 21, the Future Stars that were involved then. I think EA could do some good content as well. It's probably already been scheduled and thought of and everything, but that would be some cool content if there's some correlation between the older Future Stars getting re-released somehow in terms of like, remember when they were a Future Star sort of situation. So that's kind of the content that we're looking for tomorrow on Friday, but watch for more leaks today. That always happens on Thursdays. Now, let's talk market, guys, because Rivals Rewards today, this has been the day where we've been saying, guys, it's time to buy the Team of the Year as well. The Team of the Years have their lowest point again before Division Rivals. That's what we're really watching for with these cards right now. Take a guy like Mohamed Salah, for example. Actually, he might not be the best example for one of these. Let's take a look at Carvajal, for example. Team of the Year cards, guys, went even lower yesterday. As we mentioned in yesterday's video, everybody was panic selling. There was a whole lot of panic. Even when we were talking on the video here, Carvajal was like 1.13 or 4. And I was like, man, he's going to be lower. He went all the way down to 1.03. People were selling these cards like crazy. But then it kind of reached a low point there, and they started to go back up. The panic selling kind of ended. They rebounded a little bit. And most of the Team of the Years right now, men's, women's, and icons, are back up in price a little bit. Take a look at this. Wendy Renard, for example, she was 1.4 mil. Early, midday yesterday. She went back to 1.5. She's 1.6. If you're looking to buy a Team of the Year today, of course, we're expecting a bit of a price drop with Division Rivals rewards impacting the market. Last week, you guys remember on these cards, it made these Wendy Renard go from 3 mil, which was crazy expensive, right? From 3 million coins with Rivals rewards, she literally went down to 2.4 by Thursday night, Friday morning. So dropped off 1.2 mil. We're not expecting that crazy of a drop off at all. But I think what you're looking for with Rivals rewards today is for some of these players who got really low yesterday and rebounded back a little bit, especially some of the cheaper ones. I think some of the cheaper Team of the Years, the more accessible ones, like a Karchawi, she went from 1.14 down to basically 1 million coins. If she goes, she's 1.14 back up. If she goes back down close to 1 million coins, even a little bit above that, like 1.05, of course, you're going to have to gauge the supply on the market today to really make a good decision on whether it's a good price or not. You know, if it's been 20 minutes or 30 minutes after rewards and a card's dropped a whole lot, but there's still a lot of supply coming in, maybe you wait on a little bit. Also know, though, that today's a day where a lot of people are going to buy, and that's going to make some prices end up going back up. I think what you really have to weigh today, the positives and the negatives, is Do you care about losing a lot of coins and getting the absolute lowest price possible in these Team of the Years? Because the way that they've been moving, it's going to be really hard to time that. It's going to be really hard to know if these Team of the Years are going to actually go up after today and they go out of packs tomorrow, or are we going to get into this weekend with Future Stars content, have some sick evos, and then these cards are just going to go back down. Again, I still think the 3 Playstyle Plus aspect, not of these Team of the Year icons, of course, since they only have 2, but the regular Team of the Years, I think there's something to be said about the 3 Playstyle Pluses and these cards still being some of the most elite in the game, and I think they're going to be some of the most elite cards in the game for a long time, for at least a couple of months. These cards are going to be A tier, elite tier, but will the market continue to support their inflated prices? There's a lot of coins in this game, but a lot of coins have been drained over the evos, the store packs, and all the crazy content that we've had in the past couple of weeks, especially in SBCs and the store packs in general. I'm still a little worried about these, but here's what I tell you. If you want to buy a Team of the Year card and use it in your team for like the next month, you don't want to keep worrying about the price for a whole month. Buy the card today. If you see it drop in price, again, if you know the price of the card that you're looking at, buy the card, put it in your team, enjoy it, use it, play with it for as many games as you want to. And then once we get closer to like March, then you can look to sell the card. If you end up losing coins in the Team of the Year, it's going to be okay. You're still going to be using one of the most elite cards in the game. And that's why I think these cards still have potential to go up. Not all of them, but a lot of them. I still think they have a lot of potential because they are the most elite cards in this game. I'm not buying any of these cards today, but I do hope that there is a little bit of a turn on the market, because if you take a look at almost every graph of every player for like the past 2 weeks in this game, let's go to the 14-day hourly. You had a big rise on this card, at least into the last week, and then boom, we've been dropping. We've been dropping pretty crazy. How about this Hyunmin Sun, who's actually going up now? You're starting to see some cards get a bit rare, but look at his price. This is the exact opposite of what we expected to happen during Team of the Year because of how the Team of the Year content has been, and actually how packable the Team of the Year cards have been. That's been a big part of the whole equation too. Maybe today is a day where we start to finally see some of these cards that have just been dropping that are still very meta and popular, with a little bit of coin injection from rewards and just, kind of the change of the tides as we end Team of the Year and go into something new. Maybe we do start to see prices go back up a little bit. This Declan Rice card is one that was 300. I sold him for 370. What was it, like Monday or Tuesday? And right now he's 305 again, 304. I'm probably going to try to buy 1 or 2 or 3 of these if I can get him under 300K, because I think the market will have a bit of a rise today. I think you just want to be trading with some of those lower to middle budget players. I'm looking at cards under 300,000 coins that are just really rare, because I think some people are going to actually, today be like, you know what? I've spent a lot of coins during Team of the Year. Sure, I want one last chance at packing a good Team of the Year card, but also I want to go buy a couple cards for my team, especially because the market is very low overall. Like I mentioned, I bought this Smith for 544,000 coins. She was 700K, 750 3 days ago. So I picked her up at 540. Hopefully she can go up a little bit, but that's kind of what I'm looking at. More so the cheaper cards than any of the expensive ones, but that's something to watch out for. Is I think the lower to middle budget in this market could have a little bit of a rise up today as people maybe realize Team of the Year is coming to an end. The market's, pretty low, and maybe it's a good time to pick up some cards. Again, the Future Stars promo with the Evos this weekend and the craziness of that is still kind of a lingering question, but I'm going to take a chance that at least for today, for some quick flips, we could have a market that's pretty good to trade in. Now, let's take a look at fodder, because still, today might bring an opportunity to make some coins, especially as we're all trying to rebound from spending a lot of coins during Team of the Year. Today's going to bring an opportunity to make coins on fodder as well, because 82 times 20 grind is still out there. Informs 22,000 coins per, maybe a bit of a drop with rewards, but I can see them going up afterwards. Same thing with the low-rated fodder. 84s are 3,000 coins, 3.2K. They absolutely exploded yesterday as people started investing, but also because 84s are needed most for the 82 times 20 grind. 83s are up as well. They're 1.3K. 85s aren't up a whole lot. 86s are the same price as 87s. If you're doing the 8220, just buy an 87. Save yourself the rating. You can put in more 83s instead of 84s. And just put in an 87 because they're 7K and so are 86s. That's pretty crazy. But these could drop a little bit with the supply during Rivals rewards and then maybe come back up a bit. That is one thing that I would mention. And if you're somebody who's trying to make some coins from rewards today, list up your low tier fodder, because 84s don't go for 3K often. 87s are up, right, of course, or 86s are up at 7,000 coins. And if you pack something tradable on the top tier, these cards as well, maybe dip a little bit. They're not in packs for rewards, so they might not even dip that much. But after rewards today, people might be going out and finishing some more SBCs. So, you know, maybe these cards, they had a crazy dip yesterday. That's wild. I can see these cards going back up even after rewards, but still I think in general it's a decent time to sell high-rated fodder, because once these cards come back into packs, the team of the years go out of packs, I think you're going to see these start to dwindle, especially as the 8220, the 83 times 10, and that pack grind goes away as well. But if you're looking to trade today, definitely look on that fodder side of things, since it's still such a big part of the menus right now. And then, of course, take a look at some of those lower tier meta cards. Now, last thing for today, last content. I got to go check this Declan Rice again, because that's just... like, this is one of the cards that I enjoy trading because this price fluctuates a lot. 300 and what? I got to pick one of these up, man. I know that must have been an undercut there. It looked like 3 or 4 of the cards that got listed had 0 games played on the current owner, which means it's an investor, like panic selling. 304. Yeah, this one's 304. I'm going to buy that, man. I'm going to just pick up like 2 or 3 of these. This guy was 340, 350. I sold him for 370 2 days ago. If he's below 310, you might be able to pick him up, unless there's like an Arsenal player that gets in as a CDM into like the promo and there's leaks for that or something. That would be the only reason that we would get cooked on this, most likely. But I'm going to chance it on that one. That seems like a decent trade. But Thursday content today, the last team of the year honorable mentions that we have not seen yet is Marta. She could be dropped in the game today as an SBC. And then, you know, last year on the last day of team of the year, they dropped an 84 times 11. They might drop one last pack or a player pick. I know I mentioned that yesterday. They did nothing. They might drop one last thing today just to give us one last big chance at a team of the year. But those team of the years are coming out of these 82 times 20s. I can't wait to do more of those today. Get Kevin De Bruyne crafted and get my club filled up with fodder for what is to come with future stars. Guys, let me know for real what you think about future stars and the leaks that we looked at and talked about there, especially related to the evolutions. I think that's pretty crazy. And keep packing those team of the years. And if you missed who we packed as our 4th team of the year, and there was such a big pull, make sure you check it on the second channel. I'll link that above right here. If you enjoyed this one, drop a thumbs up on a comment below if you have any questions, and of course subscribe if you're new. I will see you guys in the stream today. It's been TheFutAccountant. Have a great Thursday. Peace.